Bonjour people and como están? So, the last jungle Terraria video I put out where I was building a jungle house, you guys just you slightly liked it, just slightly. So, with that, what the hell happened? How the hell did this happen? And we're doing another jungle video because it hasn't stopped getting views since I initially posted it, and we're at insane numbers I didn't expect to ever get. So for today, what I'm going to be doing is building a floating jungle Terraria fishing house, so I can not only make a very cool looking house, but I can also use the same exact tags in my first video and do marketing stuff that lets me get this video to the same marks as that one, because that's happening. So let's get started with the build, and thanks for the insane amount of views. So yeah, let's jump right into this. Okay, so starting off right away, what I'm going to do is first clear out underneath this sort of floating pillar thing that I found in this new jungle world. So my main idea is basically to clear out around it, take off the walls, build a massive lake underneath this weird, already floating island-shaped piece of dirt, and I think you can see where the hell this is going from here. Hopefully it's not that difficult. I'm going to clear it out, I'll take off the background walls, and then we'll jump onto the next part, which is just trying to fix some stuff, and then jumping into the Island. It's been a second since I made the video, so give me some slack. Okay, so next up what I did was I focused on getting a stone brick base for the bottom of the island to give it more of a literal structural look instead of everything being dirt. And then I left some clumps of mud so that I could have grass there, sort of like a mold, and to get some lines growing off the bottom. I tried to see what brown stone looked like. It looked ugly, so I didn't use that on the bottom. And then I did some quick terraforming and started work on the wall on the inside of this little cave type thing, which is what I'm trying to go for. I went ahead and tested some walls with the brown paint to see what they look like, and then I just went on in and started slapping stuff around. I want sort of to complement the walls. There go my words. And so I used some brown back walls that look nice. The first one I used looked terrible, but then this old stone wall looked really nice. And then I just put a tree in there with some of the crackly stone brick to add some contrast and color. And I was actually pretty happy with how that turned out. So then after working on the wall, I started working on the terraforming for the top to figure out how the hell I was building this house. Most of this build doesn't actually end up being a house, it's just more like visual than actually like half usable. There is a usable fishing pond that looks really nice, there's a lot of storage and workspace, but in terms of houses for NPCs you get two, so deal with it, and that's all I'm going to say. So with this, I sort of tried to offset the platform, offset the house that wasn't fully on ground. So I put in the bamboo fence for sort of like supports on that longer section of the house, and I tried to do more of like an observatory type dome thing. Didn't turn out that great, but that's fine. So then I just went ahead and messed around with some wood to try and get a contrast between the bamboo and, well, literally anything else, because using all bamboo is a terrible idea. So then I went in and started working on back walls, trying to give it some more structural look. Yes, everything is clashing really badly. Don't worry about it. I'll paint it all in a second. Then some bamboo fencing for some actual like windows, and then some of that craggly old stone, whatever it's called, for the inside to give more definition to the different layers, and you have a decent looking house. Now everything was painted with brown, as I do because brown looks so much better than most colors. So then all the supports and all that were in, so I went ahead and differentiated that dome type section with some different wood. Looking at the recording now, there's some woods that would have worked great with this that I tried, but I like the thickness of the desert wood. What are they called? Platforms, that's it. So I just went ahead and made that the storage area with the desert platform painted brown. Had some fun painting this table green because I couldn't get the shade to look right, and I sort of just decided no. So that eventually gets broken and fixed because it just looks bad and everything is brown. And I decided my contrast in colors would come from my light sources, which are going to end up being bamboo as well, because bamboo sort of just goes with a bamboo house. Who would have figured? So yeah, this is honestly most of the house design. Here in a second, I'm going to do some more like leafy stuff and some more like just textural around it, but for the main part, that's the actual house of it. It fits 2 NPCs. It's got sort of like a stove type pipe thing coming off that left there. And besides that, it all looks pretty nice and good and dandy. So then, again, I just went around and put some green bush background wall, whatever the hell it's called, everywhere. And I actually painted it, I believe it's a lime color. It took me a second to figure out lime looked good, but lime fit a lot better with the colors of the jungle than the dark green or the green, which are just sort of like the original color of the thing. Don't ask me why I went dark there. I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly was happening at this time. My audio in this recording is real bad, which is why I'm doing the voice recording afterwards. But now on to the fun part. So, I saw this in a video by Gromek where I don't remember if it was Season 1 or Season 2 of Terraria Veterans. I'm just going to link his whole channel down below. They were building a floating house type thing and they used the minecart track as chains. And it looked really cool. So I did that. And I had to make it blend in a lot better than just openly using chains. So I used mudstone as the root for the chain, and then I put some wall behind it so it didn't just end wherever the chain went. And I think it actually turned out pretty nicely. Pretty nice. The English is struggling for me right now, that's all I can say. But I sort of like the look of it. It definitely makes it look like it's floating and like it's got chains on it. So it's definitely something I'm going to use again in the future because it looks great. Then from there it was a matter of making this tree a floating island, which I had intended to do in the first place anyway, but I just tried to keep all my floating islands similar with that mudstone brick base and the normal mud on top. No, I didn't have jungle seeds at the time. It actually took me 30 minutes to get those afterwards to fill this in, but it's fine. So I then went ahead and built some rope bridges in between. All these rope bridge designs, well, the idea for rope bridge or how these are built are thanks to Khaos, because he was the one who built the tutorial on YouTube like so long ago, and I still love the way they look. So we're using them here as well, because go figure, they look great because it's Khaos and he sort of does this for a living on YouTube. So yeah, so I just went ahead, I used the vine. I actually did dynasty wood for the platforms just to have a bit more texture against the really thick look of the sandstone slab. And then I went ahead and started working on the bottom of my little water pit area. All the stone was turned to mudstone because jungle, and then I built sort of this like curved wall for the inside. With my my words aren't working right now. Don't worry. I just did this weird like curve thing sort of to give it like a look of there is an absence of dirt there, sort of like something was pulled out, but this hole already originated in the first place, not like I just carved away around the floating island and it wasn't actually floating. So it gave it a better look. Don't worry about that water mechanism down there because it didn't work, so no need to worry about it. So then I went ahead, threw some lights down and some decorations. Since it's a fishing house in the jungle, I went ahead and did some crates with some chests, and then I got to put these fun like item frames and then tool frames to put in fishing rods and some masturbate and different things. And yeah, everything actually looks pretty cool. I really like the look of it. But then I realized, while trying to fix the stupid water thing that never worked, how the hell do I get to the house up top? So I cleared out an area down on the bottom, and time to add so many more rope bridges after clearing out that mess. Yeah, I think in total I had to build another, I think it's only 2 more rope bridges. To be fair, it's not that much, but at the same time, it sort of is. There's a lot of parts of this design that I didn't expect to use because I didn't think about it ahead of time and sort of was just glowing with the flow. No, I was not glowing, I was going with the flow. So I built this floating island on top. It is 3 rope bridges now that I look back at the recording. And time for more floating islands is just what I said at that time because I'm not sure. It's sort of just, there's a lot of floating islands just because it works the best. But basically, you get from the middle island to that right platform to go upstairs, to go up another set of stairs, to go to that other floating island, to then get to the house. Sort of complicated, but your NPCs aren't going to be dying anytime soon, so who cares? So yeah, moving on from that, we are somehow not done here, but I just went ahead and terraformed, and I'm going to cut ahead of it so that I don't bore you for like 40 minutes. So now, please enjoy this really fast time-lapse of me finishing up this right-hand side so that I don't have to talk forever, and so that you guys aren't stuck in this video for forever. So enjoy! Okay, so now with just a few final touches being added in here in the background, that should be everything for this video. Yeah, it's a very interesting design if I say so myself. Not where I expect this to go, but I do really like the way it turned out. I think I might update the water level or just rise it up a bit. But overall, it works. You can fish through it, as you'll see here on the bottom, and I think it's a really nice touch to this world. Now, for future videos, I'm just going to stick with the jungle theme for now, because I can, and because marketing and tags. So keep an eye up on that. If you want to see me working on any of these projects, I will do that live on Twitch on Fridays, and I'll have all of that information down below. So yeah, as my screen does something weird that you won't see because I'll fix it in editing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. My English is struggling because it's way too late for me to be recording this right now, and I'll see you on the stream on Friday or any Friday if you ever stop by. So with that being said, once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later.